Before I go to bed, I wanted to do a story time. It just hit me. Uh, I have I've written a couple of books, and they're doing very well. But I wanted to do a story time, and like I said in the video, I made a couple of days ago. The reason we have such an issue with Brene is because she reminds us of the pain and the disrespect and the hurt and and all the negativity that comes with when your husband uh, cheats. She reminds us of that, and then the thing about it, she bad. She bad, big, bad, and bold. Well, she ain't bold because she's scary, but she sure big. But anyway, it reminds me of all my children were young. I had 4 children, 3 girls and 1 boy, and I got married when I was 16, and my husband was 19. So I got pregnant, and our parents had to sign papers so we could get married. He didn't want to get married, and I didn't either, because when I graduated from high school, I wanted to join the Army, and I was going to make a career there. Anyway, we ended up, in the span of years, we ended up with 4 children, and throughout the whole marriage, he cheated on every possible occasion. And this one particular woman he was cheating with, he would spend almost just said spend the night with her. So he'd come home when he got ready. Sometimes he'd come home at 3 or the next morning, or just when he felt like coming home. And guys, she would drop him off in her car in the front of our house. That's how bold she was. Now I was a little bitty thing. I was still a teenager, and I think I wore like a 4 or a 5. I was a little bitty thing, and I was real timid, and I was sheltered. Anyway, I didn't know anything about fighting and all that kind of crap. Anyway, this went on for a while, and eventually his mistress bought him a car, and he would drive the car home and be outside washing, and we were staying with his mama at the time. Tell the truth, all his brothers and sisters and their wives and children, all of us were staying in one big house. Anyway, she bought him a car, and she was buying him clothes and just whatever he wanted. She was doing for him what Brene is doing for Tim. So I got tired of it. It went on for a few years, and it was two incidents that happened. The first time I got fed up with it, I kind of had a feeling what time he was gonna come home that particular morning. It was about 3:30 or 4. So I walked to the road. I had a little dog. Her name was Lady. Anyway, we walked to the road because we lived down the country, and we walked to the road, and I sat and hid in the bushes. And that's the thing about it. It never crossed my mind that I could be in danger. Somebody could pass by there. Somebody could be walking, or some wild animal could have came through. But when you mad and when you pissed off, you don't think about none of that. Only thing on your mind is your mind is on your target. And my target was her, was his mistress. Anyway, I sat out there. I sit, and I was just talking to my dog. And eventually, I saw a car coming up the highway, and I could tell it was her car. And I be doggone, she pulled up. They didn't see me. Cause keep in mind that I was hiding behind some bushes that was on the side of the road. She pulled up, and he leaned over. She was driving, and he was in the passenger seat, and he leaned over and kissed her good night. And they was exchanging niceties and I love you and all that kind of stuff. And she was saying I love you back. I mean, they were just kissing and hugging and carrying on in front of our house. So by the time he got out the car and went to close the door, I jumped from behind those bushes and jumped in the car through the passenger side, and I went to wailing on her head. She was 3 times my size, and I went to wailing on that heifer head. I went to wailing on her, y'all. I went to wailing on her, and I think I don't remember. Did I stop wailing on her and get out the car, or did she try to drive off with me in the car? I don't even remember. Only thing I know, I was beating her head, and I got out the car, and she took off. She took off down the road. I guess she went back to her house, and baby, it was World War 15 in that house when he got his butt in that house. It was World War 15 between me and him. And see, he was about 6'2", 6'3", about 200 and some pounds, and I was 5'4", maybe 103, 104. So, but I was never afraid of him. But he was real abusive. And how is that? You the one doing the dirt. You the one doing the dirty. But you gonna beat and mistreat your wife. You the one beating the dog. Anyway, he went on to tell me that I didn't have no business to put my hands on her, and next thing I know, child, he done packed him a garbage bag, put his clothes in a garbage bag, and left that morning, and I ain't seen him no more for a while. Anyway, stay tuned for part 2. It's more where that come from.